So we're approaching Palm Sunday in our liturgical calendar, the Sunday that we remember Jesus walking into Jerusalem. It's a passage in, where is it? It's Matthew chapter 21 verses 1 to 11. Matthew 21 verses 1 to 11. And it's a passage that really highlights the forethought, the purpose and the planning of Jesus, because he has set up in advance that there will be a donkey and a colt prepared, ready, where he sends his disciples to go and get these animals so that he can enter into Jerusalem very deliberately in fulfillment of a prophecy from Zechariah, around chapter 9 I think it is, of Zechariah, which is all about tumult and battle and fighting, and a pronouncement from the Lord that Israel's king won't need to fight anymore. God's going to do the fighting. It's a whole different sense of power to the one that the people have been accustomed to up until that point. And so Israel's king will not come in on a fighting steed, a war horse, but on a colt, the foal of a donkey. A more humble ride you could not ask for. My parents used to have a Mitsubishi Colt. It was pretty humble too, about 100 years old I think. So here we have Jesus very deliberately, in a very focused and planned way, getting things in order so that he could enter into Jerusalem exactly as he wanted to, on the colt, a foal, colt of a donkey. And then the people go nuts. They throw their cloak on this foal, and they throw their cloaks on the ground, and they cut palm fronds and put them like a carpet on the ground so that Jesus can walk into Jerusalem like he's going down the red carpet. Only it'd be green and multicoloured, I imagine. And it's hard to know whether this is kind of almost a spoof, a mockery. Like, they can see that he's on this very unimpressive animal, and he's clearly not coming in triumph, in the common sense of the word triumph, and which is funny because we often call this scene the triumphal entry. And I wonder, were some of them just kind of caught up with the hype and thinking, oh yeah, not a bad thing to do, let's see what happens, you know? Because it's so incongruous. But that's what they do. And there's such a stir in the whole city that this man has arrived, and people want to know who he is, and this is the kind of prophet, the preacher, Jesus of Nazareth. But he's coming right against all the expectations of Messiah. He's coming to fulfill the hope of Messiah, but really to reinterpret what that means in such a radical way that it takes a long, long time. In fact, for many Christians, they still haven't got it. They still don't understand the nature of the power that Jesus brings, the nature of the triumph that he has wrought, or the victory that he has won. Because we are so steeped in the ways of the world, we still understand power as power over, and we think it's a victory where we defeat enemies by brute force. And that's not what Jesus was talking about, not what he did. You're not doing brute force when you're hanging on a cross. So we're going to talk about some of those things this Sunday, Palm Sunday. I'd love you to come along, join us at the little chapel at Quarry Green, or join us on Facebook Live, Zoom, or indeed pick up the sermon later on our YouTube channel. Yeah, good bunch of people at the Mustard Seed Ultimo. We'd love you to be among them. If you're interested in coming to the family Passover, you need to get in touch pretty quickly, limited numbers. Stations of the Cross on Good Friday, and some beautiful peoy bread hot cross buns have been offered to us by Shady and Rose at Peoik, so that'll be worth coming for. And Resurrection Sunday coming up soon. But this coming Sunday, Palm Sunday. Come and join us. We look forward to seeing you. God bless.